Okay, it's more Control Warrior in Classic. I did make one change to the deck, which is the addition of the Black Knight here. Took out a Corcron for it. Not sure if I actually like the change or not, but I was just facing so much like Ramp Druid, all this late game stuff. That yeah, I figured it was worth trying out anyway. Most of the warlocks that I've been facing are Zoo, so I think I'm just gonna hard mulligan for some low cost stuff here. Not bad, not too bad. But yeah, we might end up scrapping that or going back on the change as a whole. I don't know that the Black Knight is actually gonna perform better for us or anything. It certainly hasn't proven it yet, but yeah, could be just what we need to push up our win rate in that matchup. Gonna play as though it's handlock. We don't have a shield slam, but building up armor, always good. Okay, well the Black Knight should actually help us a lot in this matchup as well. We haven't been facing a lot of it, and I think in general we do pretty good in the matchup. Oof. Yeah, actually a tough choice. I think this is going to be best. Getting the weapon out lets us deal with some other early aggression. If you Corcron run that in, he can also Mortal Coil it. A little bit interesting that he dropped that early. I see the Farce here early a lot, which I think is an okay play. Now, are we going to shield slam and hit this thing, or are we going to execute? I think I like the execute play here for a few reasons. One, it's a decently efficient trade, but what I really like is that we got the Black Knight and we get to armor up for another shield slam for 8. Like if he plays a giant here, just a mountain giant, it's like untaunted, we can armor up shield slam and we're just fine. Interesting choice by him to run that card. I think just hitting him for 4 is going to be best here. Again, we get to build up our armor. We might end up dropping this early. Like sometimes you want to save it for Draxus, but you can't always be greedy enough to get away with it. Interesting. And another Sun Fury. Yeah, he's really trying to take down that armor. And I think this is where we actually roll out Harrison. Normally I would just put out the Armor Smith, but he's going to contest the board a little bit better here. Just make sure that we're not getting our hero power negated by this thing. And still lots of ways to deal with bigger minions as well. So there's some Mortal Coil. Not a huge deal, because we did get off the armor up that turn, and then if he's back to doing two per turn, we can still armor up shield slam, come out ahead. Okay, this might be a brawl board. Ooh. Straws is nice, but yeah, I think I like Brawl here. Now, Brawl, you can be okay with not getting a ton of value. A ton of immediate value, I should say. We've got 2 of them in the deck. Taking out 2 kind of medium threats, lower medium threats, is still a pretty big swing in our favor. Gotta play something. I have no time for games. Okay. Shield slam on that, I think, is good. Now I'm wondering here if we do run out Alexstrasza or not. You don't really get anywhere with it. He's probably just going to Siphon Soul, which is quite unfortunate. But I'm not sure that there's really a better time for it. You know, we're going to eat a Siphon Soul, most likely. But he probably doesn't follow it up with anything too scary. And yeah, we were never going to play it on ourselves. There's even a chance he goes lower and then you're like healing him with it. This is really just a play to get us into next turn without much of an issue, but interesting. So don't have the next shield slam for that. I think we'll just go with the 50-50. Not exactly safe. Ooh, not great. But yeah, I don't like chancing a shield block here. And he's got a couple options. If he's got Jiraxis, it's not the worst play, because it does heal up quite a bit, especially after some Moltens. Ooh, that's actually really nasty here. So we really, really want to... Interesting. I was going to say we really want to get into our next brawl, but... maybe not even so much that. Okay. I guess we shield block first. We need the draw. We can't shield block into lethal, can we? 4 damage? We get 2 there. Because yeah, Korkron's really the only way. Gromash, yeah. I think we're just gonna do it though. We might get... Ooh. It's good for next turn. Let's just do this to kind of stall. Right? He's got to deal with it. Yeah, this is where I wish this was Korkron. But I'm surprised he's not dropping any taunters very early. Right? He put down the 2 Sun Furies, put down an Argus to chip away. Which is not like the worst play ever or anything, but it's usually Is this his whole turn? Because we can draw into lethal with Gromash or Gorehal. Alright. This is also fine, and we just BGH the other one. Still shouldn't die to any Leroy shenanigans. But he's pretty safe to use Jiraxis here. Another Shadow Flame, okay. 2 more chance, or another chance at a couple more bits of lethal, and we get it. Interesting play by him. I don't think he played great. Now we're on our win streak here as well. Yeah, I don't think he played it great, but I also think his draws were really unfortunate. So, yeah, not exactly sure what he was dealing with, but it's an interesting game. So yeah, I think we're going to try to at least push up to the next rung here. Try to get to like Diamond 5, hit our next floor. And then I really didn't think we'd have a chance to push for Legend this season. But it seems like we might. Now, I've been facing a lot of like aggro warrior as well on the ladder here. So let's see if See if it's that style. I think Drake is really good in the control mirror, and I think it's pretty good against the aggro variant. Harrison Jones is going to be good in either matchup. Now with the Armor Smith, I really think it's control. I haven't seen any of the aggro warriors run an Armor Smith. Yeah, it's got to be. Interesting though, really early armor up. We could Acolyte here. What is the Drake going to be? The 1, 2, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be a 4, 7, which does give him the ability to armor up and shield slam. What's going to happen if we just play the Acolyte? I mean, he's probably going to armor up anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure there. This is a good card, but it's a good card next turn too. There's really no rush on it. And my other bit of thinking is that the coin here can be really, really useful in later parts of the game, like coining out an Alex draws or something like that. Now he might just shield slam this, or he might hit and execute. But burning a piece of removal like that is very good for us, and it looks like he doesn't even have it. So a bit of a question as to how we want to clean up this board. Both of these are good to hit. Are we scared of more armor or more card drop? For this guy, yeah, but we're going to take more damage with that. I think we still take that out, but we should draw first. Yeah, we're going to do that. Coin Gorehell is a pretty appealing next turn. I think if we would have hit the Acolyte, I probably would have played our own Acolyte. Because just one card in this matchup is actually fine. You can be very, very slow with the card draw, and you don't want to draw too much, especially when your hand looks like this. Okay, he is going to burn and execute here. Using a Gorehell is... oh, that's so good, though. I was going to say it's a bit overkill. We're at 8. I almost wonder if we coin armor up. He can force us to overdraw, which is like really, really bad. And the armor's useful. Kind of a crappy coin. But at this point, I don't really think we need it. I don't think we need the coin Alex Draza. We've got a Gorehell. You know, we'll get into our 8 cards next. I think that's the only time you might regret it, is if you draw into like a Ragnaros here or something. But yeah, you see the Whirlwind, yeah, very good chance we would have overdrawn. And I'm not cool with that. Let's take that out. I don't want to equip the Gorehell and not do anything. I'm gonna Black Knight, and I actually want to hang on to this because some of these lists run like a Sunwalker. However, we have to play something out, and I don't think we can afford to just draw and draw into nothing. Do we BGH or do we Shield Slam? I think we just BGH. We're still at a respectable amount of health. We got advantage with cards. This is fine. Chip away at his armor. Just barely. Armor Smith here isn't the worst play. The only thing that sucks about Alexstrasza here is that he can just run that in and then execute, but honestly I still think it's fine. Reg is a good counter to Alexstrasza, and the fact that he's already used it makes me more willing to do that. Yeah, he's gonna shield slam anyway, you know. We get our 15 damage off of it. No real complaints there. We could always Harrison this thing as well. But I don't love it. It's okay if we do. If we got one shield block, we have to play something. Yeah. It might be Armor Smith Cruel Taskmaster, if I'm being honest. The only thing that sucks is you lose an execute activator. It's a little strange looking, and I'm still going to hold off on the shield block here. You don't give him any extra draw. We need some kind of board presence. I'd like to use this on a Gorehell. And because he used an execute on our Twilight Drake, and we've got another one in the deck, I think we're still ahead here. Okay, slam. Makes sense. Okay, so he's digging into his deck pretty hard, which I'm okay with. It does make me more tempted to Harrison here. Gevin's not bad. It's gonna sound weird, but the reason I don't want to play it is because we don't have a slam. That's if you think ahead, he hasn't used BGH yet. It's a good chance you get in, you get BGH'd, and then you want to be able to answer with a slam. We've got 2 in the deck. 9 cards. Harrison on not a Gorehell. I still think it's the play. We do get a draw, and if we need to, we can draw off of that. Heck, if we need to, we could draw off of that as well. 2 draws. Yeah, so there's some BGH. You don't want to burn like a shield slam or something if you don't have to. There's his own Black Knight. I also like Grommash as a finisher. Now this is probably where we Gorehell. You get good value out of that swing. If he Harrisons now, he's drawing deeper into his deck, which is starting to be a bit of a problem for him. Oh, a Swamp Boost, so not a Harrison. Very strange. Oof, we can get 2 draws off of that, but do we want 2 draws? Wow, this is where you really wish you had Geddon. Taking out a 3-2 though. It's not bad, but that thing is, that's actually a problem. Brawl and Harrison looks very tempting here. We've got 2 brawls. If you can literally kill one thing with brawl, it's got value. We're gonna take out the weapon. He makes an efficient trade here. There's our slam. Okay. Well, we're probably... See, now we're so deep in our deck, and we're probably executing this thing, hey? Pretty wild turn of events, if I'm being honest. Now we've got to apply the pressure. It's okay to be at 15 here. He can't burst us down that easily. Yeah, and if he tries to do it here, this is a sign, I was going to say before he even did it, that he's probably got a Gorehell in hand, because he thinks he can finish us up here. But he doesn't realize that he can't, because we've got this. So we hit there, and now we get to push damage. Yeah. But again, being this low in cards, actually a problem. So there's the Gorehell. Wow. Okay. We're for sure doing this. Yeah, I don't think we need to preserve, like I was thinking about shield slam or something. I don't think we need to preserve any health or anything like that. But we do have to start working them down. I think this is going to be a close finish. Our position's not horrible, but it's not good. And the fact that slam is our activator for this is really bad. This is probably a double shield slam turn. And maybe a rag even. Wow. So if he hits our face, we have to armor up to do it. Okay, there we go. At least now we don't have card draw from that. So that's a big deal. Obviously not ideal there. I think it's more important that we push damage. I'll swing now. I don't think it matters. We don't have another weapon. But we'll see. I don't know how many answers he's got left. I don't think many or any. Oof. Well. Do we do it? Not really a good way to go about this, is there? We just 50-50 prey on this. Oh my god, and then please hit this. Please hit this. Okay, we're not dead. Not yet, right? That's 7. We take 1 damage from fatigue. I can't think how else he'd have damage. 4 damage charger? That doesn't kill us. We're fine, right? Right. I hate this mousing over the cards. Oh my god, a brawl. Oh my god. Wow. crazy. Crazy finish. Let me armor up slowly. Whew. Oh, that was crazy. Man, with the win streak, just one more and we hit the next floor. Oh, not another control warrior. Some of those matchups, man, that is just like heart-stopping. No, maybe it's the aggro variety. Maybe. Oh, God. Well, I guess you keep this in case it is aggro. Slam's really good in the aggro. You definitely don't keep that. Is it worth holding on to slam? Maybe. I don't know. This guy's gold. No, can't get another shield slam. This guy's golden sight. I'm gonna guess that he's the control warrior, but man. What's up, Nolan? How you doing? Welcome back. Do we start to chip away with Armor Smith? I mean, he can answer with an Acolyte. I think we're just fine armoring up, actually. Sometimes I like it to chip away, but with the Twilight Drake, I think it's just better. And he is swinging face, so this probably is the aggro one. It's really weird that he's got non-golden fiery war axe. Pretty good. Good to hear. Yeah, good. Had our day off yesterday. Coming back to it today. Started with a couple wins and yeah, might be looking to push for legend pretty soon. Like the turtle shirt, 90s vibe. Yeah, thank you. My brother got this for me, and he always gets these like old school shirts. He got me some like Shreddies shirt before, and he got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now. What rank? We are Diamond 6 right now. Yeah, close to the floor, exactly. If we win this one, we get to it, because we're on a win streak. Wow, and he doesn't have an answer for it. I like this. I like this. This is why I love this card in the mirror. I think we actually swing with a war axe. We just want to get rid of all of his armor. And then I think we're good. Finish your climb this Sunday was very interesting. Nice. So where does that put you at? Snake HS. Greetings. Welcome back. Put you at 67. Now, is that in classic? Like classic legend or is that in standard? Classic legend. Damn. Nice work. It's actually really impressive. Like really impressive. So what did you use to get to legend with? Had to break down and finally play Miracle? Ah, that's fine. Miracle's fun to play. It's frustrating to play against, but yeah, fun to play. Diamond 10 to Diamond 5 was Shaman, and then Hunter. Nice. I always feel broken with it. Yeah. Now, with Hunter, I've been seeing a lot of mid-range Hunter on the ladder. Did you do the mid-range variety or like face Hunter? Put you 226 in Europe. Why the hell are you guys watching me? You guys are flying up the ladder. It's also very impressive. Did face because you're getting a ton of Warlock. Yeah, I did run into a lot of Zoo recently. I guess we had a handlock match earlier today. Do I play anything out? Okay, I think we shield block for the card draw first. And we're gonna armor up. This is gonna make the brawl like slightly more juicy, but I don't think we're really gonna play anything else after. And it's still annoying for him. He doesn't have very good removal. If he brawls, then we Alex draws it. If he doesn't brawl, we probably just keep hitting him. We've been on this road with you since almost the beginning. Gotta watch to the end. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You guys have been here for forever. Hit this. Hey, thanks. Really convenient. Yeah, I mean, we were at whatever, bronze 10 or whatever, like our classic rank was garbage. Or I suppose with this season, because I did play a few days before, I think maybe we got to silver pretty quick, and then very quickly went to the 1-star, what do you call it? The 1-star games. Yeah, this is interesting. Is there any reason to get in? You can slam and then follow it up with get in, which is not bad. Strauss is good, and he's got less incentive to brawl. There's actually an argument to just Alex Straza and then hit him in the face. It's not like he's going to kill us. He's on the defensive. I kind of like that, actually. Druid without combo. I feel like I've been seeing more of that. Is that, and that's what you use to get to legend. So is that like very heavy stuff? Okay, very taunt heavy to counter aggro. Yeah, so like Ancient of War and Sunwalkers and stuff like that. That was the whole reason this last time I went and put the Black Knight in my deck, because I played a little bit in my off day yesterday just because we were on a win streak, and I was like, sure, might as well see how far we can take it. And yeah, that's like all I ran into. It was just like Druid after Druid after Druid, and they were, well, running similar stuff to that. Some of them still had the combo, but yeah, heavy taunters. Nice. Well, good start to the day. We hit the next floor. Oh, and we get whatever that is. Okay. Nice. So I think this is where win streaks stop, if I'm not mistaken. Now it's all just the 1-star climb, which makes sense. Which, if we stick with Control Warriors, still going to take forever, because these games just go on and on. Yeah, no more win streaks, it gets real. Kind of like that, though. We'll see how we do today. We might pivot. I don't think we want to shield slam. Yeah, we might pivot to something a little more goofy for a while, but I figured as long as we're winning here, I mean, we're 3-0 to start the day. Gotta stick with things. But I am getting a little tired of Warrior. I just kind of want to change it up. You're hard stuck in Diamond 2 for a few days. It was rough. Yeah, I could imagine that. And it's kind of like a weird limbo as well, because I think we point out the armor smith. Because, yeah, you're probably questioning, like, do I try something different and risk dropping in rank? Or yeah, do I just stick with the same thing and hope to get back on a win streak? Because clearly you were climbing up until then. Okay, get ready for the 3-3 bodies. There we go. Now there's an argument for both of these. He did just use a backstab. You know, I'm gonna run out the big game hunter. I was gonna say, I actually really like holding on to this. The number of times that I've used big game hunter on Edwin is actually kind of crazy. But just the fact that he used a backstab and he's sitting on 4 cards, I feel like that was worth it. Here's a 4-4 Edwin. Not really that scary anyway. Yeah, it's funny. As soon as I put this in, I haven't really been able to use it against anybody. I haven't faced any druid today. And, yeah, it used to be a Korokron, which, let me tell you, would be pretty nice right about now. You wanted to try that Burn Priest. Which Burn Priest? I suppose, yeah, now that you're a legend, you can just try whatever. Velen and Double Mind Blast. Yeah, I did run a list like that for a little bit. And I've actually got, again, we'll see what happens. Maybe if we lose here and we're sitting at the floor. I have a priest deck that actually does that, sitting in the waiting room. I mean, we look pretty dead here. Like, we can brawl, I guess. I don't know. If we shield block, shield slam, there's just no follow-up. So I feel like brawl's the right play. Ugh. Just gross. Yeah, rogues probably do very well against it. You lost to a combo priest with this 4-mana 1/7 Mogashan Warden, everybody's favorite card. Oh wow, we're dead already. Alright. Yeah, I played multiple warlocks with Mogashan Warden, and I thought that was pretty crazy. Here, let's jump over that priest while we're talking about it. Yeah, with Inner Fire, that's right. If Rosie gets in, we'll drop in a Malagos just because he's obsessed with Malagos. Oh, that's not the button I want. So this is a similar idea. I tried to, because we have a Mind Blast deck, but I basically tried to jam gadgets into as many decks or as many classes as I possibly could. There. update the title just to say and more. Yeah, Inner Fire, and then what's that guy, the like 5/5, who you don't even need to use Inner Fire on, you just double his health and like his attacks. It scales with it anyway. Okay, probably don't need to start with Mind Blast. Do we even need Holy Smite? Pain's good. I think we just want card draw though. Yeah, it's like light something. Light Spawn? That might be it. I can picture the guy, the weird like ghostly spirit thing. I should actually look at this deck list. I don't quite remember it. Silence. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be interesting to say the least. Okay, I don't think that's gonna be worth a pain. The good thing now is you'll likely start facing the same people over and over, so you'll know their list. It's true, actually. I've already noticed that. Yikes, this is... Dude. Do we have loot hoarders? We do have loot hoarders, jeez. Classic mode was, yeah, the greatest idea they've had in forever. Oh my god, guys, this is terrible. What do we do? I know what we do. We start the face damage. We're so dead. Not in Europe. There's many players. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm really happy that that there's a lot of people. Well, not that I get like crap loads of viewers or anything, but I'm happy that there's people who are actually like as excited about classic mode as I am. Oh my god, this is bad. What? I mean, we just have nothing. Oh, you're often watching Finnish streamers. Interesting. Okay, well, we're dead.
It is finished. You win.
We'll try again. I'm gonna call that bad draws. I mean, more than half of our deck is like 3 or less. Yeah, I just think like old school Hearthstone, like this old card design, is strictly better than the newer stuff. There's for sure like broken combos and stuff. Like, I don't think Force of Nature, Savage Roar is like great. You know, I don't think Leroy is the best designed card, but you know, I can live with like a few bad seeds for everything else that's really good. Got to turn off your search filters. Probably see only like 5% with your English language set to English. Or with your language set to English. Yeah, I don't have any filters on. I tend to not pop over to non-English streamers. But yeah, I might try that if there's actual classic people to watch, because I haven't seen anyone that I normally watch play classic more than like a day or something. Do I need to reboot? Or are you gonna get me in the game? Okay. Interesting. I've got this like glitch by my name here. I guess this is really good against Zoo. We got card draw. I think I will stick with that. Ah, the glitch fixed itself. I have to think we're favorable in the handlock matchup. As good as this hand is against Zoo, this should be fine. Okay, I like that. Can only silence one of those. It's pretty mean though. So we could drop the Arcanite, or we could just keep drawing. I think it's better to just drop that. He can slam in. Really, we're just looking for gadgets in or more burn to then kill him from like 15 down. Deck I thought I played the most was Handlock, but I haven't touched it once. Yeah, I haven't either, actually. Yeah, you do have to play it kind of greedy. I don't know what it is. It just... Like, I haven't played it, but I've played against it a lot. And it just feels a little weak or something. Hey, if I play... I don't think I've ever seen this interaction. I probably have. If I play Blood Mage and then Circle of Healing, am I dealing 5 damage to everything?
Hey, give me that.
There we go. We just do that. Yeah, Face Hunter's just crazy good against Handlock.
Mind if I roll knee?
Haven't actually seen as much Face Hunter as I was expecting when I came back to Classic. Like, I know a lot of people have been saying that now that the more expensive cards are more accessible, they're playing like more controlled heavy decks, so I don't know if that's it, but yeah, I run into the odd one, and like I said, I've seen a little bit more mid-range Hunter recently even. King Mukla. Oh baby, give me my gadgets in. 80% of my ladder felt like Druid. Yeah, the same here. I absolutely see that.
Hey, give me that.
Oh yeah, we're at 10 now. I might have to, like... I don't want to burn coin. I guess we could just drop that. That's fine. Okay, we've got 10 damage from our hand. I was facing so much rogue, like... Are we dead? Or is he just gonna end up shadow flaming? Oh my god. Really? If he's got 2 soul fires, I wonder if he's just like waiting to see if because he could discard the other one. Interesting. That's crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That was actually pretty cool. I don't think we have lethal though, right? It's just a 10 from Velen. So it'd be 12. Yeah. I guess it's banana time. Boy, I want to be so greedy. We could actually coin Alex our own face, though. Yeah, he might have miscounted. Entirely possible. So if we coin Alex, we leave that up, but... I don't know, I feel like that's better. Yeah, I think that's better. Still got tons of low-cost stuff for gadgets in, which I swear we do have in the deck. But yeah, I was facing so much rogue before. It was all rogue, druid, and warlock before. And then it just went like crazy hard on druid. And warlock like went away. And now I'm seeing warlock again, but I'm not seeing much rogue. It's very strange. Okay. I don't know if a silence is even useful against that, is it? Wait, can we win here?
I wonder.
No. Yes, we can win. Right? We silence. We pain. We banana. 2 bananas for good measure. And we mind blast him in the face. Just your normal Hearthstone game, right? Double banana, mind blast, lethal. Yeah. It just, that's one of those things, you know, your brain is like trained sometimes to be like, you know, your force of nature combo or your Grommash or whatever. There's certain things that you're always checking for. That was the dumbest looking hand I've had in my life, but, you know, you could just kind of feel that there's probably lethal there. Alright. Alright, they love each other. Lame. Okay, lots of low cost stuff, lots of card draw. It's not bad. I don't think we run the Northshire out. I'm not sure that we're going to have too many good heal opportunities, but not really in a rush to get it wrathed either.
Mind if I roll knee?
Okay. Really, I swear this deck is gadgets in. I'm so sure. Man, these workers next door have been hitting the roof since like 7 a.m. Don't they have families to go home to? This is interesting. I can hit Northshire heal. But then I have to coin a pain if I do that. Honestly, I think this is just better. I just like clearing the board. It's crazy how much sound gets like transmitted through the ceiling. I remember seeing some comic where they drew it as like a you know, what my neighbors do every Saturday night or whatever, and it's like the car door slam party. And that's what I always think of when I hear it now, because yeah, I mean, it's just sometimes just absolutely absurd how much noise they can make. This is all pretty bad. I'm actually going to put this down for more card draw.
I have no time for games.
Sylvanas. What? Yeah, I'll never move back into an apartment. Worst experience back in college. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'm living in an apartment now, and I really don't mind it, actually. We've got sorry, I had to think about this a bit. If I do this, I can actually Holy Nova for 2 cards. Or Circle of Healing. I'm going to Holy Nova and probably burn the coin. Okay, or just do that. Still no gadgets in. Yeah, so our apartment's not too bad. We've had a kind of a rotating cast of people next door. I think it's like short-term rental or Airbnb or something. And it's been very, very hit or miss as to how they've been. We've had some crazies and some normal ones. Priest, so you already hit Legend. No, we hit Diamond 5, and then we were talking about a bunch of Priest, and so I just randomly took this Priest deck out to see well, what it can do. I feel like this is a Circle of Healing play where we kill our own guy. Like if we do this, hit face, shoot ourselves, and then Circle of Healing. Gadgets in one time. Yeah, we'll probably go back to Warrior unless this actually ends up doing halfway decent, which it kind of is. I forgot you a Gadgetzan. Yeah, right? It's... There he is. Just in time. Traded everything in a single death would have cleared as well. Yeah, it would have. That's true. Well, we're at 20 if we can get rid of this with a pain. Yeah, just so late to get that. If he's got Innervate, then we're dead. Well, combo and Innervate, but almost always assume they've got the combo. Do we have to dig for our other circle of healing? What else could we do? If we shoot one of these, we're up to 20. We could heal up, but then you're not really safe after that. I think we just have to dig for it. Nope. Well, I guess you just shoot one of these things. I assume we're dead. Death not hitting force so unnecessary. Priest struggling way too hard because of that hole. Yeah, it's kind of just an unfortunate thing that a lot of the 4 attack minions also just happen to be like some of the most commonly run cards in the game, and like some of the best ones, right? Drake's really good, even Yeti's fine. Yeah, of course, the Drew to the Claw, all that stuff, just like lots of good 4 attack stuff for whatever reason. Liquidor, okay. Okay, I like the card draw. Do we keep the death? Probably not. We've got so much time to draw into it. I think we just dig for the non-existent gadgets in. Yeah, I think that one turn you should just clear with death and keep the Aconite clear. Yeah, I think so, actually. After you said it, I think you're correct, because at least it would have helped there. We could have wiped some 4s. Yeah, there's really not many death targets, it's true. Hey, Grizzled Geezer. Welcome back. Okay, couple of these. Do I coin the shield? I think so. Because you might hold on for a coin for the gadgets in. But this is a bunch of extra card draw anyway, you would hope. I played mid-range mage and actually won some games. Interesting. Hit control warrior with the good old pyroblast into double fireball. One of the most frustrating ways to die, but extremely effective. I was executing it. Fine by me. Am I legend yet? No, we hit diamond 5, and then we were just talking about priest, some bursty priest things. So I just swapped over for a bit. But yeah, I'll probably go back to warrior in a little bit. See if we do some climbing, but I can definitely use the break for now. This is probably the most holy Nova bowl board we're going to have this game. Not sure Priest will get you the rest of the way. Oh, I'm sure it won't. No, I don't think it will. I think it'll keep us at 5-0 stars if I was going to predict it. Especially this priest list. Yeah, get to the rank 4 faster than any other class. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is interesting. Everything else said control warrior, but maybe this is still the aggro variant. It's 8 mana for that. I actually think that this is good. Brawl on that. Alright. Fine by me. Okay, I think we do start to do this. There's probably no other time for that anyway. That's fine. There we go, getting all the burn. Okay, Alex next turn.
Let the pain speak to me.
Then, maybe we could try to slow roll this. I don't really think there's much point though. He's almost certainly going to shield slam or slam that in and execute. But that's fine. You could holy fire the armor off before dropping Alex. Yeah, you could do that. You could like pain that to deny card draw or something. But I kind of just don't think it matters. I can't bring myself to drop Velen just yet. We'll do it here. I am going to drop that because we're probably not going to get into any more draw off of heals there anyway. I don't mind if he takes a swing at it. We could holy fire that guy. I really like it on face though. Thing is, if we hit him for, what's he got here? He's got 11. Gromash. Oh god, it would be lethal though. Okay. The guy has no idea how to play the control mirror though, just dropping reg before Alex into death. Yeah. See, the thing is, if we don't deal with this, he's got 11. Gromash makes it 23. End of the turn, he kills us there. So as much as I hate this, I actually think we have to do it. Because I was thinking you just do that into Mind Blast, you get the 10, and then you can drop another 10 the next turn. He probably doesn't shield block out of it. I know he's used one. I can't remember if he used the second. Is it really a control mirror? Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really know what the hell this deck is. Don't think we need the extra card draw. If he has to axe, it's fine. Okay, so 8, 12. We're not dead. If he like runs it in, we might be okay. I think this is the time to do it. There's a chance he drops like Cairn or something. next turn if we don't, and then I think it's just like unwinnable from that point. Okay. Is he going to be 1 out of lethal? You don't have any other spell damage, right? We need Holy Fire. Oh, hey, there we go. Boom. Boom. Yeah. There we go. The deck sometimes wins. Alright, what do we got? More Warlock. So it's actually been more Handlock today. I don't think we've faced... this is like the whole point of the deck. I don't think we've faced any... It's almost an argument to keep that. Any Zoo. There we go. Just had to change it. Interesting turn 1.
Put this apple on your head.
Nice to have all this 0 mana stuff with the gadgets in. If we could get a Holy Smite, we'd actually have a really, really crazy turn 5, I think. Man, Holy Nova too.
The light protects me.
Very good. We could even coin it out. No. No, that's just not gonna work. Gonna have to eat a lot of damage here. Jesus. Probably can't even do it then, hey? 6. I mean, it's gonna be an 8 with that. But we do know he got rid of both of his soul fires. I think you're correct. I think we did. Almost, yeah. I'm glad that that you said we, though. It makes it feel like it's a team effort of losing. Typical pre-game, hero power, concede. And isn't that the worst part of the whole thing? Is just feeling so helpless, like you just never got to play the game. Alright, here it is. The combo. Not sure which you'd even silence. I guess that. So sick. Did it. Great. Do that. And then concede. Alright, back to warrior. I think back to warrior. Alright, let's get back to our bread and butter. That was fun. Well, as long as you think so. This guy? Yeah, this guy. Yeah, I do like mixing it up, but man, it is so hard to find a priest list that's even like runnable in any sense. You're definitely doing Fiery War Axe. I think with the two of these, I think it's fine. Normally, I'll throw back a Slam in this matchup if you got no follow-up. Okay, maybe we finally get to use the Black Knight as well. I think we do want a coin. I would really like fighting for early board control in this matchup. You get a golden Gorehal too? Nice. Yeah, it's one of the prettier goldens, I would say. Ooh, and there it is. Right on cue. I always like the stuff that's gonna, you know, sit on the board for a bit longer, that kind of stuff. Wow, just swiping that. I mean, I know he's got to fight for early board control too, but that seems almost too aggressive. We might actually just armor up here. Let me think. No, I don't think we do. Or do we? Because I'm 5 and it's a Druid of the Claw. He's going to have 6 health. We can still armor up, Shield Slam, and swing with our axe. There's no like clean way to deal with it unless we armored up turn 1 or 2. Okay, a lore? I want to play it so bad. I think we're just fine with that. I mean, we could put out the Acolyte and Armor Smith just to, and Armor Up, just to try to play this efficiently. But I think we'll slow roll it, and we might even Black Knight it next turn. Really depends what we see here. Another lore. Okay, there's better targets for it, but I think this is still good. Ugh. He's used one Innervate. I don't know if we swing with the axe or hit with the Armor Smith. I'm going to hit with the Armor Smith. It's really, really tough. Yeah, I don't know, especially because a Gorehal next turn could be decent. Wonder if maybe that was a mistake. Then we're probably using this to clear.
I must safeguard the law.
Okay. $23. I don't want to get BGH. I mean, this guy's had a really nice opener, but I think, yeah, you just do clear the board if he's got the super double combo. We are dead, but he's used one innervate.
I've got the beast in my saddle.
Right. Execute? Actually, still not bad. YOLO brawl time? God, it could be. Might actually be right, actually. Because if we like armor up shield slam, we're not killing this thing. There's no taskmaster to put this into BGH range. If we slow roll it, probably just dead. I like it. Yeah, there we go. I'll always listen to Twitch chat. Yeah. We're good.
Where shall I strike?
Jesus. I mean, that's just rude. Why is this druid so angry? No kidding.
What now?
Do we have enough for all that? 2, 3? No. I think we're just dead, right? Like, assuming he has combo, I think we're dead.
What now?
If we hit, we hit. No, that's our only play. It's the only thing that potentially keeps us alive. Yeah, that's what keeps us out of range, but for how long?
Truth is my shield.
Oh, good. Where's our second Black Knight? And pray. My mouse is moving on its own. Yeah, don't think there was much we could do there. It's pretty crazy that we won that ridiculous brawl and still just got absolutely bodied afterwards. And we've teched in the Black Knight for this matchup. Yeah, I'm not sure if we... Because like yesterday on my off day I did play a little bit. And the day before it was tons of Druid. But it's been a lot of those big taunters. We might actually just switch things up from Warrior. Yeah, he drew a bunch. He had the Wild Growth into Innervate, into Lore. I mean, it was just nasty, nasty. You really like to curve out in this matchup. Honestly, both of these are good. Twilight Drake performs, I'm finding a lot better than you'd expect. Because even if they silence, a lot of times they're doing it on like 4 or 5 mana, and they still have to, like, they can't just hero power it down that turn. Okay, here's the Wild Growth. Do we get prepared for the Innervate follow-up? Okay, I think just coin Drake. Because again, yeah, if he's going to keep her silence, we just trade. It's 4 mana for 4 mana. At least we've got a better answer for it this time. Okay. I think it's too early to swing. At some point, there's a decent chance we'll swing face just because we've got another one, but we also might be just pulling Alex, so I'd rather keep it for the board control. Wrath, interesting. Pretty much guarantees that he doesn't have Keeper. I mean, unless you just drew into it. Okay, pretty good for us. I don't think we need the Acolyte. This is where you start to think about swinging. I still think you don't yet. He used a Wrath, so less chance he's going to deal with that. This means we're not waiting for Alex, but the thing is we're probably going to Cairn next turn. And so there's not a chance to re-Fiery War Axe. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll do this. We could shield block and hope to get into a shield slam, but I'd rather just do this. It's crazy. The last game it felt like we had no chance against that druid, and this guy, it's like the complete opposite. Feels like he's just got no answers. Strange. Though even still, I would just rather not play against Druid. It's, I'd say, one of the least fun matchups. Okay, I always mulligan for Zoo. Execute's not horrible. But we're still going to throw it back. Okay, actually Zoo this time. First warrior versus Zoo of the day. What do you got? He's sure hovering over our cards a lot.
Not pass.
Okay.
You shall not pass.
Oh, wow. The Black Knight just in time. Okay, there's not a great Taskmaster play. I think this is fine. There's not a great, better time to play it. You shall not pass. Oh. Didn't hear it the first time.
You call that a weapon?
Alright. Do that. Now some of these zoos are running owl, which can be problematic. I know the potential Black Knight value. I actually like Slam Taskmaster more than I like Harrison here. Hit this thing and then a 6-mana kill a free 0/2.
My shield.
Oh my god. Even better.
None.
Oh my god, kill a 2/2.
Put this apple on your head. Put this apple on your head.
Double juggles. Don't like that. And a 5/5. Really don't like that. Man, it's always so sad when they play into stuff that you don't have. Like Brawl. Geddon? Yeah, Geddon would be nice. Hey, Rosie. How is it going? We played a tiny bit of Priest that you missed earlier. God, lots of options though. We'll probably armor up, shield slam, slam, hit some stuff. It didn't have Malagos, but I did say if you had stopped by, I would drop Malagos into the deck just because. We're actually going to do this. Ugh. Ugh. I can go back to it though. I don't think our chances of winning this game are super high. Unless this Alexstrasza saves us, but this just feels like a Doom Guard waiting to happen.
One shot.
Well, actually not too bad. Four, 6, 7, 8. This is not bad. Don't bother, you can keep climbing. Well, let's see what happens here. If we are indeed climbing, then sure, we'll stick with it, but the game is far from over.
Why do
shut that Roomba off. Alex now, Alex later. Alex later. I actually think this is a good brawl board. Big Game Hunter. Alright, be right back.
Do you need a blessing?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, what the fuck is this? I don't know. Is this another brawl? Is this a rag? Maybe it's just rag. Worst case, you're at 12. He's threatening 7. Oh shit. If rag hits face, you're just dead. What a brawl again. Man, what is with these brawls today? We're so skilled at this game. I'd brawl if he didn't Doomguard earlier. Yeah, he didn't Doomguard earlier. That's the thing. I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, we won another one earlier, but it was, what, our Acolyte of Pain versus some other, like, two of their big, two big Druid guys. Do we rag or do we Alex? It's almost equivalent.
Gotcha.
Just gonna rag. You to Alex. Thing is, you're still. It's like you're getting 5 health from Alex, but you're getting 2 health from armor up. I feel like either way, he's not bursting us down from here. There's the Doomguard, and then we get a bigger heal after. I think we Alex over Gromosh Execute. Heal 6 versus Prevent 5. Still got a chance to blast it.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
My shield for Argus.
Oh my god. Okay. Still fine, but actually scary. So we either win or clear the board. So I suppose he could Soulfire, tap, Doomguard. Or do it in the reverse order. Don't do it. Alright, alright. Whew. Alright, well if we keep dropping we'll go back to that priest deck, but okay, quick bathroom break. BRB.
Garrosh versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Bring it on!
Not sure that was the greatest mulligan, but I had 2 seconds to think about it. Actually, if this is the aggro warrior that I've been seeing a lot of, then it's really good. Thought you're gonna be the ultimate bad omen once again. No, was not the craziest 2 top decks. There, this'll get him. I think we played this guy earlier, right? Liquidor? And he had like a weird warrior deck. Yeah, that was worth taking the turn to think about. Really not much of a rush to get it out, but I do think that this is better. Poke at his armor. We can kill an Acolyte with this. Swap Sylvanas for the Black Knight. Yeah, it actually went... I got rid of Sylvanas and put in a second Twilight Drake, and that was working great. And then I ended up cutting a Korkron to put in the Black Knight, and it's been... I might put a Korkron back in, or I might do something else, but I put that in for the Druid matchup, because I've been seeing it like a crazy amount. And I don't know, it doesn't seem to be winning us games or like making a difference, but you know, in theory it should help us in that matchup, so gonna give it some time. Oh, this guy really likes to think about armoring up. Yeah, and so the first deck guide kind of getting a fat XP, yeah. Yeah, matchup guide, I guess. Rosie edited. We put it up for a Control Warrior versus Handlock. The response has been good so far. I think we're at like 100-ish views, just under it looks like. Well, there we go. Definitely worth thinking about. And yeah, I think even more than that, the big thing, it was a pretty sizable jump in subs. I think I get like 1 subscriber a day in general, and I got like 8 in the 24 hours after that. So good idea, good yeah, good showing from it. There was at least 1 comment on it, I think, about the guide being good, so I think it was a success. Good job from the editing from Rosie, so big thanks to you. And yeah, you're right about that too. The Black Knight's either clutch or garbage. It really seems to depend. Here it is. Yeah, well, if you're down for more, I think they've proven to be worth. Feel free to send new matchups. Awesome. I will. I'll probably actually just do some recording today. Then I mean, we're seeing so much damn Druid. I feel like we gotta start talking Druid. This guy really doesn't like Karen. This is a fine brawl board. I can't remember which guy this was. We faced a few warriors, 2 or 3 warriors today. There was one more control-y type that didn't run the Black Knight, and then that didn't run any taunts, and there was another one that actually ran the Dread Corsair, so maybe we want to hang on to that. Yeah, Druid, Miracle Rogue, and the Mirror Warrior would be best. Yeah, I think for sure Druid, Miracle Rogue, and then I was thinking about, like, how do you even talk about the Mirror? But there's, like, I don't know, there's a part of me that is just like, what do you even say? Press that button. Press it a lot. Hope to trade efficiently. Yeah, I don't think this was the Dread Corsair guy, so I'm gonna run this out. Maybe even that Warrior one. You said yourself that Warrior videos are popping off the most. Yeah, the Warrior ones they're all the best. Like, I think it's gotta be Warrior versus somebody. Everyone just seems to enjoy it, so. Oh, it's so slow. Like, I know Control Warrior's always slow, but this is just so especially slow. Wow. I mean, this guy's just burning through all of his remove, like. I really don't mind. Aw, man, if I could have drawn into like a rag there or something. Oof. Okay, I think we do need the card draw. Here's rag. I'm going to swing with the War Axe to get rid of that armor, which is going to matter. And I'm also going to bait. There's another guy we played who had an Ooze, but not a Harrison. I really wish I remember if it was this guy or not. But I'd like him to hit this instead of Gorehell. Yeah, he just seems kind of desperate with like using a 2 damage shield slam on the Black Knight. I just think we apply the pressure here. We can deal with anything big. Alexstrasza, we just BGH probably. No, we probably shield slam rag, unless he swings face. I don't know, lots of options. Interesting. Okay, how do we want to deal with that? So we could slam execute, we can armor up, shield slam. The only problem with some of this stuff is you can't drop rag right after. I think I do want the card draw off a slam. There's another crazy line. Oh no, we don't have 10 mana. I was gonna say you just Taskmaster, Growmush, and push face. You face tank execute rag. I guess it's only 4 damage, hey? I'm always so hesitant to get rid of armor. I think you're correct. Grizzled Geezer, that's why I hired you. That's why I pay you to watch me all day. That is a good call. It's funny, I was reflecting on it, and I mean, even if he does armor up, he dies, right? If he doesn't, or you mean shield block. Yeah, I was reflecting on it, yeah, you're a genius. This is why he's so good. And I feel like every time you you call out a play I didn't see that's better, it almost always has to do with my hero attacking. I remember there was like a druid time where I ran Thalnos in instead of hero powering a minion. Here we go, Fiery War Axe. I'm sure there's been other times. It's really weird. Yeah, really smart. Yeah, exactly. You gotta think of health as a resource. But yeah, I don't know why I sometimes just have a blind spot, I guess, for hero attacks. And it's not that I'm generally scared of damage or anything. Because it's not like I consider it and then I go, don't do that. That's not a great play. It's just that I literally don't even think about it. And it's detrimental to my play. I mean, you should be making the warrior guides. There we go. Yeah, Migo face. That's right. That's... Whoa. Now, there's your poker hand again. Man, if this just happened to be one of those aggro rogues, this would be the greatest opening. He is swinging, which tells me he's probably not playing anything next turn. I think we do coin an Acolyte here. I'd really like to go Acolyte, Acolyte. And if he plays a 3/3 body, you can always play this into it, or even slam it. In Classic, it is more important, that's true. Just in the... Yeah, I think Taskmaster is going to be better, though. Yeah, lots of burst, not a lot of healing, not efficient healing anyway. And there's not a lot of good taunts either. Like Senjin is the kind of only decent neutral. I suppose Sun Fury is, or not Sun Fury. What is it? Whatever, the 4/5 Sun something. This is actually interesting. We don't like need card draw, but we do need to contest the board. I kind of like Armorsmith Taskmaster. Sunwalker, thank you, thank you. Yes. I'm actually going to do this. Just get something onto the board. The armor's actually nice. And if he swings at that, that's fine with me. Alright, and then we can just slam. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I would love to get the Drake out. But I also don't want to take that much damage. He could just sap the Drake. We could execute this thing, though. I like that better. Not yet. Do this first. Yeah, I think that's better. See if he drew into the Gadget's hand. I guess it's possible he's got the Gadget's hand, but just like no conceal or something. But it does feel like he's digging for Auctioneer.
My eyes are open.
Okay, well, I always hate getting sapped with these big guys. Pretty strange to actually get good value out of Gorehal in this matchup, but I think it's the move here. Then we just try to build up our burst. Or keep clearing stuff that he plays, but he doesn't even have that many more bodies to drop. Yeah, feels like he's just had a super unlucky draw. There's the sap. Of course, with this deck, all you need is one crazy turn. Twilight BGH is not bad, but he hasn't played a backstab yet. Actually not sure what's better. With one sap, I guess I feel a little more comfortable rolling that out. You think Gorehal's overplayed? Alright, I'm curious. I think Gorehal is like a staple in Control Warrior. I think it's great. Why do you think it's overplayed?
This guy's toast.
Is he just gonna conceal that? That's interesting. Oh, no. He's just getting... Okay. So we've got 10. Can't activate the Gromash. We got no taunts. Very interesting. Well, I suppose we start with this. He's threatening 18. We can push 8 damage with the Korkron. Puts him to 16. We've got 6. But then you gotta retain the armor to be able to play Gromash. We have no other activators. Eight plus 6. Yeah, that wouldn't matter. We played our Taskmasters. Maybe he's threatening 36 with Leroy and 2 Shadow Step. He absolutely could be. I mean, I think he's just turned to, you know, regular good old burst for his win condition. There's the brawl. A little too late here. Okay, we've got 10. 14 with Gromash. Now, is there a way to clear so that we can guarantee a rag win? I don't think so. You'd have to hit with both of these. BGH. No, you just don't have enough mana. Well, it seems unlikely. Even if he's got Leroy double Shadow Step, he's used both of his poisons. I think we're fine to just build up armor. Clear these the conventional way. What is it? I just got to calculate a bit. 3, 4, 6. Yeah, okay. So we do that. Shield slam that armor up. I'm actually gonna swing. I don't know that damage matters, but if we get a War Axe, you can equip it and swing with a Gromash. You would have dropped a Twilight and traded Cairn. See, my thinking was that Gromash Fiery War Axe is a possible win condition, and it's the Leroy and Shadow Steps that I'm worried about. Right, it's like 6 for each of those, which would have been 18 if he's got 2, and he's only got 1 from his hero power, so I wanted to just build up as much armor as possible. I feel like that's the only way we lose. Of course, he could, like, you know, eviscerate or something afterwards, but he only had, what, 4 cards or something? Yeah, it didn't matter, but that was my reasoning anyway. Paladin. I've played this pushover guy a lot, but when I played him before, it was all mage. I feel like Drake is too good, and you don't know if this is aggro or control. I'm gonna guess it's aggro, honestly. Yeah, this guy played weird decks against me. Like, he played a... I'm just gonna drop this early. He doesn't get True Silvered right away. He played a Freeze Mage that ran, like, Archmage. You know, 6 mana, 4/7 with spell damage. And then he ran a, like, an Aggro Mage after that. That was just bizarre and weird, so... I really don't know what to expect here. But I feel like it's going to be something weird. Really don't mind that. Maybe it's like Molten Giants or something. But it should be good against most things that he's got. Or Healadin. Yeah, I don't even know what, like, a Healadin list looks like. I wouldn't even know what to play around. Okay. Well, I know you gotta be very careful in this matchup with equality, right? You don't want to let him drop it and then run it in. But I also don't want to let this drop to 4 health so we can just True Silver it. Yeah, super control heavy. I think we do take that out with a slam. Oh, good. Still on. Yeah, still on. Climb's been good. We switch back to Warrior, you know, a real deck. And we're up to Diamond 4. So, interesting. All kinds of questions now. So, I mean, we can deal with it. Slams or executes. Shield slam. You can Fiery War Axe it. War Axe with the Korkron. All kinds of crazy shit, but it's like... I feel like I don't want to burn Shield Slam or Execute. And I feel like him playing the Humility out means he probably doesn't have, like, a quality Consecrate for turn 6. I'm gonna do this. Does die to that or Pyromancer equality. Hopefully we'll be there in no time. I doubt today, though. I'm not sure I've got it in me to do the full grind unless we get just crazy lucky. More questions. Slam and running them both in feels really, really bad. I think we want the card draw off of this first. Oof. 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 Okay. We're gonna do this and drop that. Even if he does a board clear here, we just need to draw into our bigger stuff. One draw for that, plus one draw for next turn. We're set up okay. And this is not like the greatest board for him to board clear either. Like, I'm sure he'd rather save it for real cards. Okay, is this where I learn my lesson and I War Axe this thing? Man, part of me is tempted to even slam my own guy. We're not that concerned with armor, right? We know we have enough. So I think I actually want to run this in. I don't want to burn the execute yet. We've got more than enough for the biggest of the big stuff. I think the only problem is if he plays like a rag and it happens to hit us in the face. That's alright. Not great, but it's alright. Ooh, I really like Cairn here. I'm actually going to hit this with the weapon. Again, I don't want that in true silver range. This is not a great white board for him. And I want to save this for Gromosh, potentially. I mean, we'll see, but I like to have an activator for that.
Options.
Follow the rule.
Okay. Well, it's starting to look like it might just be Alex that we're using for this anyway. Ooh, so good. I was considering even a Taskmaster into one of these, and I still might. So much better though. So much better. I think that into the 3/3. Hard to say. So we can run them both into the Drake without it dying, and then it can't trade with Harrison. Yeah, amazing top decks, eh? There's our Gromosh. Yeah, let's do that. It's weak to Consecrate. But the more I'm thinking about it, the more I kind of want to kill this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he's running one Silence. And if he gets it off on this before it dies, oof, so sad. So that's alright. There's Doomsayer. So I mean, what else is he gonna have to shield slam? Again, potentially Giants, Tyrion. We do have the Black Knight. We've got draws. This feels fine. Do that. Try to get the card draw. This does get it back into like true silver potential. So I think he only played one. Let's kill him with the catapult. Got him. Got him. Okay, more heal. Would certainly make Alex extremely valuable here. We got Reg. Well, I think we bump. I'm not too worried about getting into fatigue just yet. Wow. Ooh, getting for the board clears. Is that good? Kind of think so. We get one draw off of it. He's again potentially forced to use some serious removal. If I could just get into Alex, man. Yeah, and the fact that we're ahead in this card draw, I'm not that worried about because there's a good chance he's got lay on hands as well, which he'll have to use if we can Alex him. Man. I don't love hitting that. But I'm not even sure hitting face is like good. If we hit that, he probably consecrates. We got 8 cards in hand. You face and Cruel his 3/3. I feel like we just hold the Taskmaster. Hit face, Cruel it, and then it just dies. I'm actually gonna do this. You know, it looks weird. But if he uses Consecrate, it means he, you know I want to keep it for Grommash. Yeah, I do have a second in there. I feel like this is okay, though. Do we even reg? Down to 6. It's just I don't think anything hitting his face is good. Run 9. In this matchup, you either burst them after Alex or you lose. The hero power will just grind you into the ground in the late game. I mean, we got 2 brawls if he's gonna be spamming it. I think that's fine. But I do think we play this slow. Because, yeah, I just don't think anything before Alex is good at this point. And if we, like, play Reg and hit something on board, it's not really that good. He's gonna kill it. This is nice board cleanup, though. Ugh. But then we gotta, like, get rid of stuff from our hand. Do we BGH? Do we other Taskmaster? I think that's what we do. I think we do. Oh, just don't be the last card. If Alex is the last card, then this gets a little messy. Taskmaster, BGH, Harrison against Tyrion. We already used the Harrison. Here's his other True Silver. Pretty good, actually. Yeah, now just need Alex. Now, or for the last like 5 turns. We've got the Black Knight too. I think we got Black Knight, Alex, and a Shield Slam. Is that correct? Here we go. Hey. What's the ETA on this match? I'll say I do think we'll get it done before the end of the day. I wonder if he's just sitting on Tyrion or if he hasn't drawn into Tyrion. It's kind of surprising. There's our Alex. Hearthstone control mirror is a joke compared to Magic the Gathering when it comes to game length. I never got... There's the equality. Never got super into Magic the Gathering, so I couldn't say. Alright, there we go. There's the Holy Lights. And then he's maybe got... yeah, there's the Shield Slam. Don't use it there. He's maybe got like a Lay on Hands on top of this. I'll do Reg first. Called it the Healadin. Yeah. Yeah, you did call it. We've got some options. Now it's time for the BGH. That's one of the options. If we do that, we still swing here. We armor up. I was just trying to do some of the math on Shield Slam as an activator for Grommash, because we're going to get hit with 2 fatigue. But then there's a chance that he swings here. Alright, we can't do it all in one turn, but you can also shield block and, like, you know, pray that... that, what do you call it? That it lasts between turns. Do we win? I think we win. Let me just hit into there. Hold on. Hit, execute. Yeah. We get. We get. We do that. We do that. We execute. We do that. Yeah. I had to think real hard on that. Hero Shield Slam. Oh, was there different lethal? Doesn't matter. We came to the same conclusion. Whew. Many ways to roam. Yeah. Ah, those games are just so exhausting. It's satisfying to win them, but man, when you lose, it is just like, ugh. Nice, thank you, thank you. Warlock, okay. Just do it up and win on turn 5. I know, right? Would I hang on to a brawl? I don't think so. Ah, it's actually kind of good though. With an armor smith, I'm actually gonna hang on to brawl. I don't normally do this, but it's something I've been wanting to test. Feels bad for him, I guess. I know I've, like, not trying to brag or anything, but I've played that guy 3 times now and beat him all 3 times. So I actually do feel a little bit bad. With the slam, it makes me want to play out Armor Smith. I don't know, we're probably slamming a juggler though. Save it for coin brawl. Yeah, save it. Because we didn't need Grommash injured to win. Just clear the board and charge. Knew we had it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. God, I don't know why. That sounded so sad when I killed that dog this time. Is it always that depressing? The Black Knight. Part of me wants to just armor up and prep for the inevitable brawl. If he's got Dwarf here, though, then like coin brawl sucks butts. I hope so, 'cause that dog's a real pain in the ass. So mean. I think we'll armor smith, and there's a good chance we taskmaster armor up next turn. I don't know. I always feel bad anytime you have to kill animals in games. One of the worst ones is if you guys ever played the first Dark Souls, there's like this giant wolf that has like it carries a sword in its mouth, and like it's a tough boss. It kicks your ass, but right before you kill it, you like get its life bar all the way down to like less than 10%. It okay, well, this is a brawl. It like limps everywhere, and it like tries to swing its sword with its mouth, and it just can't do it. It makes you feel like such a piece of shit for killing this dog. Yeah, it is. It is so sad. Oh, really? The juggler? And he even gets a juggle from that. Dick. It's a pretty good draw, though. Alright, RNG goes both ways. We're in an okay spot, but we are going to need some heals, I think. Actually surprised he wouldn't trade there. sick Black Knight value. And we can still die, but I don't hate our chances. Oh my god, it's happening!
One shot, one.
This is... talk about skin of your teeth. Holy cow. You're invincible. I am not. Cards being, or discard cards being playable without discarding. Yeah, it's questionable. I guess it's Gromosh, yeah. It's like the most effective health we end up with. God, we're so dead though. Just trying to do some math here. Like if we hit and we Gromosh, you're threatening 14. I guess you got the chance for Rag Lethal after that.
I'm invincible.
Alright. Thoughts and prayers, boys. Thoughts and prayers. Oh my god. Oh, who dared summon him? Fuck, man. Feels so bad. I feel so bad. Yeah, Doomguard top deck. Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's still 2 Doomguards in his deck. He's like, yeah, halfway through it. Tons of draws, that's just it. Yeah, bound to happen at some point. Just feels bad. Even if, you know, probability-wise it all works itself out. Just feels bad. Alright, this is not a good matchup for us. So much so that I'm actually tempted to keep Baron Geddon. Because it is like a matchup winner. I don't know, keeping Brawl saved us the last time. Yeah, new class, who dis? I've actually played like a decent amount of Shaman recently. Like way more than I'd expect. I guess we play this out. This might just get earth shocked, which is sad. Not gonna be greedy about health on it. Yeah, I actually think Shaman's not bad. I think it's pretty underrated. The big counter to Shaman is Zoo. If Zoo didn't exist, I think Shaman would be like top tier. It's actually super good. I'm gonna hit this thing. I don't want to get flame tongued. Yeah, it's crazy good against like anything control-y. Super good against handlock. It's got like burn from hand. It's got everything, but it does not win the board control race against Zoo. And Face Hunter. Yeah, that's true. Because it has like no heal as well. Good point. It's also very frustrating to play Because I feel like the matchup, or those matchups, the Zoo and Hunter, are very like dependent on whether or not you get Lightning Storm, and then the card on top of that is like a 50% chance to get what you want it to roll. So there's just so much that feels like bad about it. This is interesting. Still a spell power totem here. That's right. That's right, it does. A little bit tempted to shield slam this 3-2. There's not a lot of good shield slam targets. The other one would be Fire Elemental. We're 2 turns away from that. We're not armoring up. I think I'm going to do it. Try to win the board control race against these guys, which seems impossible, but Geddon could save us here. Yeah, Lightning Storm, I agree, it's really bad design. What was the one, Crackle? Crackle was the worst shit I've ever seen. Deal between 3 and 6 damage, and it can go face. It's like, why? Just, why does this card exist? Yeah, I remember that Shaman. It was like the... God, what was that thing called? The 1 mana 1/3. It was like a troglodyte or something. And it would gain attack for every overload you used. Here we go. He wins the 50-50. Oh, he had an Earth Shock anyway. Interesting. Do you just get in here? Usually you want more value out of it. But he's overloaded, so I actually... If he hexes it, it's not even that bad. Worst card in the game ever was Yogg-Saron. I will admit, though, like, you're totally right in that it was just craziness. And, yeah, and there was a lot of, like, RNG stuff at the time. Oh, sick Black Knight value. We're for sure doing that. Like, I remember Casino Mage and stuff. But I will say, at least it was fun as hell. If you weren't trying to like, rank up or play seriously. Implosion was doo-doo. Yeah, that was another bad one. No respect for Alec here. I guess not. Do we Grommash this? I think so. 1 hex out. Just lava bursted. Okay, 2 hexes. Okay, well now we just gotta chill, draw stuff. Not a lot that we can do from here. The Royal Frog Guard. Yeah, it's gonna, I guess, preserve our armor at least, but hopefully he just builds like a brawlable board, and then by that time we've drawn enough big threats we can get back into it. Yeah, like, we'll just let him keep building from there. Oh, or will we? He already played the Ooze, might as well. Does he honestly have Harrison on top of this? That would be super sad. Baron Ribbit and Grommash Hellcroak. It's actually really funny. Do we brawl this? This is not a great brawl board. However, we do have 2 brawls. I think I will. I am gonna swing. Just so he can't play a fire elemental behind it and then deny the swing. Because I would rather draw from a slam than slam it into the totem. Okay. There's the fire elemental. But we would have to slam it in there. Might want to task BGH a fire elemental. Mate, you called it right before they played it. It's either that or you slam it and then execute. You get the card draw. But I think I agree. You're unlikely to use BGH at any other time. Unless you save this for a second fire elemental. It's actually tough. No. I think I like it here. I agree. Not sure that I want to destroy his hammer with that or not, but maybe he's even just got a Stormforged axe.
The light protects me.
So one thing I like about running 2 brawls is I think a lot of people don't expect it. And so once you play out 1 brawl, they're just like, hell yeah, spam the board. Not that this is like a lot of important stuff to kill. Harrison Doomhammer for free fatigue. Yeah, that's the thing. You really run the risk of it. But it goes both ways, because if you... like, Shaman can just outlast a warrior. And so if you just play 2 passively... Oh wow, he's got crazy spell power, yeah. Then you're dead too, so it's... There's the brawl. I think we just chilled though. 3 damage. Worst case, he flame tongues. We just brawl after that, probably. It has been so long since I've ever seen this. What happens now? He's got all 4 totems. Can he just not hero power? I feel like I used to know the answer to this. Or does it just recycle and now you can get a second one? Press it. Okay. I will happily take 1 damage a turn. Suddenly the sickest brawl board. Acolyte, eh? Yeah, I think it's fine. We still have Cairn and Alexstrasza, both of which would really help us, and he's used 2 hexes. It's actually not that bad. So getting this out to draw them a little bit more immediately, I'm good with. Alright. So I guess the other big threat sure we want to play that Acolyte out. I don't know how slow we want to be here. 6 and 4. Maybe we play the Acolyte out. Maybe we play Rag out. I think Rag here is fine. It's not amazing. And if it hits face, it kind of devalues Alex. But I'm really not sure what else he's got. Like if he Alec hears and then Rock Biters into it or something crazy like that, it's like that's a lot of his burst gone too. Yes, it's interesting. I'm not exactly sure what else he's got either. I'm kind of imagining a lot of burn. Just because he did use a lava burst earlier. If you got one, you probably got a second. Lightning bolt? Huh. Keep. I want to win the board. I'm a little bit tempted to throw down Harrison soon, just because if he plays a Doomhammer, suddenly we're like screwed. But I'm also a little bit tempted to draw a card with Slam here. I draw Harrison this turn. Yeah, I think so. I don't mind drawing one more. We're still ahead of him, and then that lets us get the Taskmaster, and I think we just don't play the Acolyte of Pain. Technically, we should do this first, so let's do it. There's the Straza. Yeah, we do this. We're threatening 9. This is kind of a weird card, but we probably do heal him with it. Or we're willing to, anyway. Whew, good thing we did. It's really weird. It seemed like he was, like, holding on to it out of, like, fear of us playing Harrison or something. He's like, oh, thank God he played it. Very bizarre. I mean, we can just do 7 damage to his face and then War Axe him next turn. Could also just do 5 to his face. Nah. What else are you slamming? You're slamming for an execute. That's the whole point. But I don't want to... Yeah, jeez. Gonna do that. Yeah, an Armor Smith just to... Like that. I feel like if he's throwing up more taunts or something crazy, like this is probably your execute activator. Potentially even a War Axe. But yeah, I don't know what he could really do here. I think we should win.
My shield for Argus.
Yeah, we win. Cool. Seems appropriate to kill him with Harrison, even though he won't let me. Go. Go. Alright, not bad. Diamond 4, 2 stars. I think that's all I'm going to do for today. Probably going to start on some of those other deck guide recordings, more Control Warrior matchups. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, Rosie. But yeah, appreciate everyone stopping by. You have a great night as well, Mr. Geezer. And yeah, be back. Try to finish the grind out. Try to actually push up to legend, and well, maybe things will get a little spicy once we get there. So thanks for watching, and see you guys another time.